Episode 26, part 2. Oh,
New. Brand new.
Okay, so new hotness.
It's been exciting to get the bikes back in the store. It's been a little while. Some of these models we carried in the past, there's been lots of little updates, especially aesthetically.
Some good refinements.
Really good refinements. And the Switch Infinity's always been super popular. Very much a thoroughbred type bike.
Yeah, I think we could all agree that these things are definitely like meant to be put through the paces. Like,
Totally.
it's not a leisure bike by any stretch of the imagination. It'll definitely you'll get the most bang for your buck if you take it out and put the boots to it.
Yeah, you beat on it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they definitely they do really neat builds in the sense that you can kind of adjust how you buy the bikes. We were just talking to Kirk, and we brought this version of the bike in, the GX level bike, and we brought them all in with Kashima front and rear shocks, because it's like, for the price difference, it's awesome to be able to just have the most badass shocks in the bike.
Much easier to do that at the front end than to change it later.
Doing it later is like very price prohibitive.
Yeah, it's not really doable.
Yeah, so it's cool. You kind of get like the killing suspension, and obviously great suspension design. And
I think this one, I think that the SB140, like, that'd be where I'd go.
Yeah, I think this is like, you guys have probably heard me say this, I don't know how many times in the 26 episodes, but it's very much an Alberta bike. Like, you're gonna go rip anything you want, all you want. It's like that 140 mil of travel, double 2.9er. This to me is like kills everything in West Bragg. Obviously, anything you kind of want to do out like Jumping Pound Cox area. It's not maybe meant as much to go do like Husky, but anything on Moose.
Wow, you're getting her done though.
You can still go do Husky as much as you want.
I mean,
but it's just like, it's kind of bread and butter is kind of that more middle ground.
Just full blown, all purpose shredding mountain biking.
Totally, and have fun anywhere. Like you can. If you really wanted, you go do a day at Whistler on it. It's gonna be fine.
Yep, you can sneak into a race on this thing, no problem.
Totally, yeah. That's a cool thing about it. Like, it's not big enough.
Like a cross country race, so I should qualify that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be able to kind of check as many boxes as humanly possible with this bike.
Yeah, it's kind of like their do everything one bike quiver.
Yep. Quiver
very, very cool. Do we want to get Vanna here to do us a swap?
Bring us our next Thundermobile.
It's hard to get over how good that turquoise looks too.
It's never going to go out of style.
Yep. Turquoise is like Yeti's version of black.
Yes, agreed.
That said, they also do very cool other colors. This green is pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, this green actually, when I first saw it in the photos, I wasn't as convinced, but it is like, I like it a lot. It's got some bluey under the ocean green type tones.
Yeah, this is like obviously a little less racery as an XC, but still very enduro-y. And
I think if I lived near a bike park and I was also a trail rider, I might have to change my opinion from the 140 to this one, just so that I could go and get into it,
Yeah, 165, full mullet.
Yep. Coil shock. Just nice.
Yeah, this is like you lived in Fernie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you liked hitting the lift. This would be tons of fun. Lived in Golden. Obviously, you live here. If you do lots of moose laps, this is the ticket.
Totally.
Yep. If you think
this would be
Merlin is lame, then this would be more your.
This is your moose buster for sure. Like, this is like, dude, come on.
Come on.
Like,
again, Switch Infinity, all good bits and pieces on it. So it's like
still pretty racy. Like, not huge stack. Like, it's an aggressive bike.
Yeah, it's fun being reacquainted with them because it's all just.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind if we ever get a demo in my size. I think I wouldn't mind a day or two on one of these.
That'd be fun. I definitely would enjoy this in the back of a truck going up to the top of Moose.
When they first brought this bike,
great too, but
when they first brought this bike out, I wasn't totally sure if it would fit in my world, but like, I don't know, I like it.
Totally.
Wouldn't be my one and only, but if I could be spoiled, I'd have it.
Yeah, this with a ASR would be like primo like quiver.
Yeah,
you can basically slay everything you wanted to.
Agreed.
We talked about this in the last episode, I think, or we talked about it off camera. It's like the head to badge stuff is still like super.
Still the same, yeah.
Still geeks me out.
One of the original, like that's one of the original touches, which is so cool.
It's so good, right?
So like we don't have any yet, but the next sort of wave of tech from these guys is the 6-bar stuff.
Yep, totally.
So and the new e-bike.
That new TQ bike.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be here today, but it is not here yet.
It's late. We'll get it out to you. We'll get some time on that thing.
Yeah, keep an eye on our socials. We'll definitely have that out and about.
I gotta say, I think that's kind of like where some of this is going, like these sort of higher end more like race-driven bikes that are not as heavy as the full-blown beef mobiles. Like I sure like sort of shot the breeze with a few people that are like pretty hyped on the notion of that Yeti or that format of bike.
That new TQ motor is going to be cool. It's got enough juice, and it keeps the bike nice and light. And,
and all the good stuff is still there. Like it's ultra quiet and it's compact, so they can get the suspension configured the way they want. I know, well, Kirk was saying it, but I've read a few reviews where they're going pretty hard on how awesome that new stuff is, suspension wise. So
that sounds pretty good.
It's going to be exciting to have those in the store.
Yeah, I can't wait for the show up. I think there's a couple coming, but I think 1 or 2 of them are already sold. So
yeah,
I think we got 1 coming for the floor. So
we'll have a photo essay on that one, I'm sure.
Yeah, Q, our man here, will get them to get some shots of that for sure before it goes out the door.
Yeah, I think the other thing that I'm really hyped about is like, I kind of had it in my notes. We didn't really touch on it much in our conversations, but they were pretty early on the train of like the whole e-bike race scene and stuff. Like as much as they don't have they don't have an arsenal of e-bikes, I think they've been cooking away on that for a while. Like
totally
something that would be really, really relevant to that more hardcore like enduro-y racer rider that doesn't want to change the experience but just wants to like
I think
add to it.
I think they're trying to like, they're definitely a core mountain bike brand that's like, you talk to anybody down there, they're all riding muscle bikes, but they all enjoy e-bikes. So it's kind of one of those ones where it's like, whereas a lot of brands are really going full e-bike, these guys are still probably going to maintain their kind of heritage a little longer, but like definitely with that will build really cool e-bikes. Yeah,
I think that's just I think they'll have it in the program forevermore, that they're just going to have some of those like big sort of Colorado-esque, like Rocky Mountain-esque big bikes that can just crush all-day laps or be raced or what have you.
Totally.
But I think that's cool that it's going to inform how they do their e-bikes. Like they're not just going to go all thunder. Like it'll be a little bit different sort of take on that category, which is exciting.
No, it's good stuff. Yeah, well, we have like a whole plethora of sizes and shapes in the store. So we have, I think, a few at Southwood, not many, but most of them are up here at Bow Trail. So you want to come check out the brand that's got obviously a ton of heritage we've just talked about today. Come check them out. They're pretty cool.
It's a sentimental favorite, and rightfully so, because the stuff really does stand up to not only the eyeball test, but the actual usage test. Really cool, and
it's one of those brands,
something a little different.
One of those brands where if someone usually gets on one, they turn into a Yeti head and you don't get them off them.
It's hard to convince people not to be Yeti fans once they get down that wagon.
Yeah, it's first hit's free type thing.
Yeah. 10-4. First hit's always free, son.
All right.
Sweet. Excited to try them.
End of part 2.
See you later.
See you later.